Hello, and welcome to Graduate School of Engineering Academic Advising session. In this session, we'll be reviewing information on Graduate Student Services website, how to access your degree audit, what is a petition form, registration override request form, certificate of program completion form, program extension request form, and when the forms are needed, and how to submit forms to Graduate School of Engineering, as well as Graduate School of Engineering form submission process. First, let's take a look at the Graduate Student Services website. This is the Graduate Student Services website where you can find a lot of useful information. Here's some information about academic advising. The academic advisors in the Graduate Student Services office can help answer many of your questions and assist with various concerns regarding your program and student record. Although our primary method of communication is via email, the advisors are all available to schedule a meeting if you prefer. The table here is a handy resource when you have a question. The advisors in Graduate Student Services can help you with many concerns, but we're not always the best resource to contact. Please review the table below for some common concerns, but please note that this is not an exhaustive list. So what your Graduate Student Services academic advisors can help you with are registration errors and issues with the student degree audit, academic probation and academic standing concerns, questions about GSS forms, and general questions and concerns. If you aren't sure where to go, we can help. What your department faculty program advisor can help you with are specific questions about courses, such as the course content, assignments, and grading, signatures for standard petition forms, and registration override request forms, which we'll go through later, questions about independent study, master's thesis, and project dissertation, advice on course selection for particular career path or area of interest. Or your OGS advisor can help you with, this is for international students, are questions about F1 visa compliance, specific concerns about securing OPT, pre-OPT, and CPT, as well as taking a leave of absence. If we go down to this page, you will find those are your academic advisors. For Boston-based students, we have Allison, Matt, Gloria, Mike, Erica, Sherry, and Leslie. For Seattle and Silicon Valley students, we have Terry and Jeffrey.
Go for it.
So for all advising concerns and general questions, please email the Graduate School of Engineering. For Boston students, you can email us at gradstudentservices@coe.nu.edu. And for Seattle students, you can email us at coe-seattle-gradadvising@northeastern.edu. And for Silicon Valley students, you can email us at coe-sv-gradadvising@northeastern.edu. We highly suggest that you bookmark the Graduate Student Services page and also save these email addresses.
Hello, my name is Leslie. I am one of the academic advisors in the Boston office. I'm going to talk about the DARS, which is the degree audit. This is a tool that students can use to track their academic progress and make sure they're on track to graduate. So to access your DARS audit, I'm going to show you where it is on the registrar's website. So if you go to the registrar page on Northeastern, you will be able to see that there is instructions for the degree audit. So you would go to the graduate section and they will give you instructions how to access your degree audit. So when you look at your degree audit, you will see your name, your ID, your program, your graduation date, and the academic catalog year that you enrolled in your program. The academic catalog year that you enrolled in your program is the curriculum that you need to review and compare with your degree audit. If you've completed courses outside your program, you will need to petition for those courses to count towards your degree requirements. We will be reviewing the petition process later in this presentation. So to find your academic catalog is you would just go to Google and you can do a search. Let's, as an example, 2018, 2019 academic catalog. And then what you can actually do, there you go. So you click on that and then you'd be able to go to the graduate section and we can go to the website. And what you would do is just come down to the College of Engineering. For an example, we can go to Mechanical and Industrial Engineering. You would click on the programs. You could click on Industrial Engineering if that's your program. And you would click on the program requirements. And this would list your requirements. What we would suggest that you do is you leave this open in a separate tab, and then you have it to compare with your degree audit. Okay, so now I'm going to show you an example of a degree audit. We are not going to have the student's name or the student's ID or program or graduation date or their academic catalog year listed because that information is confidential, but that is always at the top of the degree audit. So here is an example of a degree audit. What you need to do is you need to open all sections when you come to your degree audit. And you're going to scroll down to the program requirements, and you will see how many hours the degree audit is saying that you've completed and how many hours that you still need to complete. You would then go down to the courses not applying towards this degree program if there's any discrepancies, and you can see which courses are not applying. In most cases, you need to submit a petition to have a course applied towards your degree program. Sometimes there's some manual overrides that academic advisors need to do. So I will now be talking, I'm going to talk about the petition process later. But first, I want to give you some tips when you're looking at your degree audit. So academic advisors are reviewing students who are finishing a project, a thesis, or dissertation at the end of the term. If you're not finished, your graduation date and application will be moved to the following term. If you are completing an MS degree and certificate program, there are 2 degree audits. Please review both degree audits. In graduate courses that accelerated bachelor and graduate degree program students have completed in their undergraduate program will not appear in the degree audit. These courses will be added to the graduate degree audit once the courses are leveled by the registrar's office during the student's graduation year. So please review your MS course curriculum and the courses you've completed. So now we're going to talk about the petition form process. So students should complete a petition form prior to taking coursework outside their curriculum to have the coursework counted towards their degree. Students who request to waive a core class need their faculty advisor to approve the course that will replace the core class. The petition form is available on the Graduate School of Engineering Graduate Student Services webpage, which I will show you now. So this is the Graduate Student Services page that Terry showed you earlier. So again, as Terry said, and I will reiterate, this is a good page to bookmark and make sure you have access to, because it has all the information that you would need to know that we are reviewing in this video. So you would click on the Graduate Forms tab right here to the right, and this is going to bring you to the different forms. So here's the standard petition form. And if you click on it, which is really exciting, we're now doing this all electronically. So you get to fill it out on the computer and it will be directly submitted to the next person that needs to approve it, which is your faculty advisor. So if we click on it, you'll see that you have certain instructions, and then you need to put in your name, your email, your research advisor, if you're a PhD student or a MS thesis or MS project student, or your faculty advisor with their email address. Now, to have this information before you start this process, I'm going to show you how to find that, again, on our page. So if we go back, you're going to go to Graduate Student Services, and you are going to go here to your student faculty program advisors. And we're going to open that in a new tab. And you'll see here the different programs and how to contact them. So we can use Professor Shi as an example. And you will get his contact info right here, so you can include it. So what I would do is start here, get your faculty advisor's information, then open a new tab and go back to the graduate forms and select the petition form. So you will fill out this information, and then what's going to happen is it's going to bring you to the petition form, which I will show you now. So here is the petition form. So after you fill out that first information on the DocuSign, it's going to direct you to the standard petition form, which you will need to complete part 1. And then what you will do is you will submit it electronically, and your faculty advisor and the Graduate Student Services academic advisor will review the petition form for approval. So some things to consider about the petition form: academic advisors review the petition forms for approval, and you will get a copy for your record. When reviewing your degree audit, if your coursework is not counting towards your degree and you have received an approved petition, please just email us and with the attached form. If you have not received prior approval for your coursework, you will need to complete the petition form and submit it to your faculty advisor for approval through the process I just showed you. Academic advisors are reviewing degree audits for students who are not clearing and have applied to graduate. If we have an approved petition on file, we are updating the student's degree audit. If not, we're following up with you. So now let's talk about the registration override request form process. This form is used for when you're trying to register for a section that is restricted or has prerequisites. Courses that have prerequisites that the students have not met require the instructor and students' faculty advisor signatures. So the registration override request form is also available on the Graduate School of Engineering Graduate Student Services webpage, and I'll show you that process again. So we're going to go back to the Graduate Student Services webpage, and we're going to first click on Student Faculty Program Advisors. And you're going to scroll down and you're going to select your faculty advisor. So for example, let's say it's civil and environmental engineering and it's structures. So you would click on the faculty advisor's name and we'll have their information. Then what you're going to do is in another tab, you're going to go back. You can open Graduate Student Services again, and you're going to come to Graduate Forms. And just like the petition form, the registration override request form is now also done electronically. So you're going to come down and you're going to click on the registration override request form. So there are instructions, but what's important is, again, is you're going to put your name and email address, and it would be your Northeastern email address. You're going to put the course instructor's name and email address if they need to approve it because you haven't met the prerequisites for the course. And then you're also going to have to put in your faculty advisor's name as well. Okay. So here is an example of the registration override request form. So after you fill out the contact information for the people that need to approve the form, you will be then brought to this form to complete, and you need to complete part 1. And then what you need to do is select what the restriction is. So are you restricted from the course because of the field of study or a program restriction, because of a college restriction or a level restriction, or there's a prerequisite restriction? And then what you need to do once you complete the registration override request form is you're just going to submit it electronically, and the next person that needs to approve it will review it, and then it will come to Graduate Student Services and we'll review it for approval. This is all done electronically now, so hopefully the process will be smoother and faster. So now I'm going to have my colleague Terry start talking about the Certificate of Program Completion form.
So now we'll be talking about the Certificate of Program Completion form. This form is required for international students who are applying for OPT. So similarly, this form is now completed electronically, and let's go to the website and take a look. So we're again here at the Graduate Student Services website. We're going to again go to the right column, click on Graduate Forms. And then we're going to go all the way down to the Northeastern Forms. You can click on OGS. And this is at the bottom where you're going to find the Certificate of Program Completion. We'll click on that. And this will again lead you to DocuSign, where we'll complete the form electronically. Similarly, there's instruction on how to complete this form. And for this one, you'll just need to put down your name and your email address. So once you put down the information in DocuSign, you will be led to the page where you can see the form, and it looks like this. You're going to need to complete part 1 and then submit it electronically. And then the Graduate School of Engineering academic advisors will review your degree audit and complete part 2 and part 3. Next, we'll talk about the program extension request form. This is a form that is required for international students whose I-20 is expiring and need to extend their program. This form is also now completed electronically. And again, let's go take a look. So we're back on the Graduate Student Services webpage. We click on Graduate Forms. We go all the way down to Northeastern Forms, click on OGS. And then on the first one here, you're going to see Program Extension Request. Again, we'll click on that. It will lead you to the DocuSign page. You'll have the instructions here. And for this form, again, you also just need to put down your name and your email address. Once you put down the information in DocuSign, it will lead you again to the page of the form. And this is what the form looks like. So students, you will need to complete all the required information and again, submit it electronically. OGS states that students need to apply at least 30 days prior to your I-20 expiration date. And once you submit the form electronically, the Graduate School of Engineering academic advisors will again review and complete part 2 and part 3. And please understand this will be your responsibility to submit a approved form to OGS to update your I-20. This is similarly for both this program extension request form and the certificate of program completion form we just saw earlier. So please note that the Graduate School of Engineering receives a high volume of form submissions and requires time to process them. The standard processing time for form submissions can be seen on the screen and are also, again, viewable on the Graduate Student Services website. For standard petition form, registration override request form, and conditional acceptance form, it generally takes 3 to 5 business days to process. For graduate registration form, CPT internship authorization request form, and interdisciplinary PhD program plan, it generally takes 7 business days to process. And for program extension request, certificate of program completion request, and some other forms, it generally takes 10 business days to process. If you have not heard back from the graduate school and is still within the standard processing time for your form, please do not send another email. The more emails that we receive, the less time we have to process forms and respond to questions from you. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope this is helpful.